discovery against Islam is not intended to insult or hurt the feelings of Muslims, but my purpose is to show the truth and save Muslims from a false religion. Simon Wilder, quoting Walt Whitman, Song of Myself, you shall no longer take things at second or third hand, not look through the eyes of the dead, nor feed on the spectres in books. You shall not look through my eyes either, nor take things from me. You shall listen to all sides and filter them from yourself. Movie with honors. Just when you think you know something, you have to look at in another way, even though it may seem silly or wrong. You must try. Now, we all have a great need for acceptance, but you must trust that your beliefs are unique, your own, even though others may think them odd or unpopular, even though the herd may go, that's bad. Robert Frost said, two roads diverged in the wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. This is a battle, a war, and the casualties could be your hearts and souls. Simon Wilder, you asked a question, sir. Now let me answer it. The beauty of the Constitution is that it can always be changed. The beauty of the Constitution is that it makes no set law, other than the faith and the wisdom of ordinary people to govern themselves. Movie with honors. Break free from Islam and religious beliefs, listening to your heart and shining bright. Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zahra Jawad, Truth Seeker, XGR Truth Seeker. This is my other channel. Sorry for the background sound. Against all odds, the song again. Coming here in the daytime to show you something that I found here in the Quran ayat. Have put them in my notes, organized them a little, but not so organized. Sorry, the prayer call is going on. No copyrights infringement intended. Okay, it's Friday. Oh, goodness. So I've come here now, and this is the irony on Friday, right? That I have come here against Prophet Muhammad to show you how he punished people. Since we are told that he has authority, God has given him authority, full authority over against whom he pleases. Allah gives authority to his messengers against whom he pleases. So this is Surah Ashar verse 6. And then we are told here that in Surah Hajj, ayat 15, whoever thinks that Allah will not assist him in this life and the hereafter, let him stretch a rope to the ceiling, then let him cut it off, then let him see if his struggle will take away that at which he is enraged. So, you know, whoever thinks that Allah will not assist him, meaning some Quran translation latest put i.e. Prophet Muhammad in brackets, right? So he's asked them to, now this Allah has asked them to commit suicide by strangling themselves on the ceiling with a rope. This is quite something. Excuse me. So I was about to explain something. Now that I've explained Surah Hashar ayats in my first channel, you can check the live streams of channel 1, Zahra Berserk,
Truth Seeker, XGR, Channel 1. I've come here to share a little bit of how we can we believe that Prophet Muhammad could do this, mete out punishments, give out punishments to the disbelievers, those who oppose him in this way. And this is terrible now. So, suicide also, Surah Hashar, breaking of houses, evacuation, breaking of houses, cutting of trees. What else is there? Restoring, getting some of their property things, money, wealth. And then we are told he can give it to whomsoever he likes. The needy, the poor, the Ansars, Muhajireens, travelers, and the money should circulate very well, not go among the rich only. So, how would Sheikh Muhammad feel? Or, sorry, I don't. Uh, imagine if Prophet Muhammad came here and said, "Don't dispute," but he won't say that because our sheikhs are Muslims. So terrible example. No, no, but let's say that he goes to Israel and he emigrates to Israel as a refugee. हिजरत करता है, हिजरत करता है और फिर वहाँ his blessed feet he has set. I don't think about it. And he says, this is, if you dispute with me, you see, because Surah Hajj ayats have searched them out. So here the suicide also, commit suicide, whoever thinks that Allah will not assist this messenger of his, let him stretch a rope to the ceiling, then let him cut it off. So let's see what kind of a psycho Prophet Muhammad was. Examining now, again, to reveal, expose. Al Imran verse, expose the hypocrites, test them and expose them. Test them to expose them, right? Allah had to test them to even test the believers, we're told. So test them to know. Al Imran verse that I've done last night on my channel 1. You can please watch that if you like. So this is where I'm coming from. I'm coming from Surah Hashar ayats and then Al Imran ayats, and comparing the Al Imran ayats with Surah Hashar, and now seeing this in Surah Hajj ayats. Now I've come to Surah Hajj ayats, and thus we have revealed it being clear arguments. And thus have we revealed it, being clear arguments, and because Allah guides whom He intends. So let's see if there are clear arguments also. Like I've already, done that 17. So from the Quran ayats, I'll show you the clear proof that now put the ayat straight. Okay, he's given one great ayat here, Surah Hajj ayat 17. Surely those who believe and those who are Jews and Sabians and the Christians and the Magians and those who associate others with Allah polytheists. Surely Allah will decide between them on the day of resurrection. Surely Allah is a witness over all things. So this ayat fooled us Shias and Sunnis, Muslims all together. 18 of Surah Hajj. Do you not see that Allah is He whom obeys whoever is in the heavens and whoever is in the earth and the sun, animals, anything? Okay, so whosoever Allah obeys, there. No, this is not important. I don't know why I put this here. 19 of Surah Hajj, 22 chapter of the Quran. These are two adversaries who dispute about the Lord. Then, as to those who disbelieve, for them are cut out garments of fire. Boiling water shall be poured over their heads. 20. With it shall be melted what is in their bellies and their skins as well. 21. And for them are whips of iron. 22. Whenever they will desire to go forth from it, from grief, they shall be turned back into it and taste the chastisement of burning. So this we're told will happen in hell for these disbelievers who these are the two adversaries who dispute about their Lord. Then as to those who disbelieve, hmm, so you see these, so don't dispute and don't disbelieve. Clear proofs have come. But the punishment, look at the punishment here. Could he have done this? Could there be a chance of some percent? Because in Surah uh, 59, Hashar, again, right? 6, ayat 6. And whatever Allah restored to his messenger from them, you did not press forward against it any horse or a riding camel. So you did not have a battle with them. You just went and broke their houses with the permission of Allah, believers, and cut off their trees, evacuated them. So this is not is not yours. The gains from this in Medina from the Jews. It's not yours. But Allah gives authority to his messengers against whom he pleases. So we would think that this whom he pleases is on justice's sake. But as I've shown in my first channel live streams, that through Surah Hashar ayats, the breaking of homes, evacuating them from their places, hijrat karta, should have done hijrat. Again, if his life was in danger, Medina was not his. Makkah was his city of birth and upbringing. So how come Medina became his? Also, that point to be noted, and I've explained in detail. So it makes him a tyrant, one of a kind, a terrorist, one of a kind. And in the name of Allah, he's lying and making things up and fooled us, making his Allah and his religion up and copy and paste from Talmud and God knows who. I now do believe so because of the evidence against him that I've shown through the Quran ayats. So Allah gives authority to his messengers against whom he pleases. It's not on justice that we thought it was on. And so since he's been given authority, could he have done this? Whoever thinks that Allah will not first of all, he's asked in Surah Hajj, he's asked his Allah, alter ego or something, I don't know, asked them to commit suicide by strangling themselves, you know. And secondly, and do you this 19 of Surah Hajj, 19 ayat. These are two adversaries. So what will happen to the disbelievers? For them are cut out garments of fire. Boiling water shall be poured over their heads. Now, please let us Muslims, and I was a Shia, we thought this was, when I was a Shia, we thought this was deserving for the disbelievers, but it is not. This is all, this is a psycho who lies in the name of Allah and has made himself a messenger of Allah. He's a false prophet. So this is not deserving of the disbelievers. And could he have even done this? Imagine Huway bin Akhtab. Yes, he can do this, right? For them are cut out garments of put the garments on fire, boiling water shall be poured over their heads. So poor Safiya bint Huway, how he took her. And after what he's done to her father, but a little bit has we know has been stated in the Islamic sources from Ibn Ishaq, especially, and only Ibn Ishaq. What he did to Huway in the market, it's dragged out, and he put holes in, like the Huway himself, so that Prophet Muhammad now would not take his garment. That's why Yazid did what he did, right? So the case is going for Yazid also and his army. Khayme Jalai, put the tents on fire of Hussein's women, folk, children. Ah, so could he have done this here to Huey? Huey, but sorry, I pronounce it Huey because it's a bit difficult for me to pronounce Huey. And the Bani Nadir and the Bani Qurayza tribe and the Jews of Medina and the Baduans of Medina. And with it shall be melted what is in their bellies and the skins as well. And for them are whips of iron, 21. And also on top, this is, no, probably, this is not too much for him, right? Prophet Muhammad. 22, whenever this, he deserves it. No. So if we think the disbelievers deserved it, but whoever, what do they say? Whoever, wants to push someone in the grave, themselves, God will push them in the graves, in their own graves. Whoever wants to push another in a grave, out of just jealousy, rivalry, and all this. So now I think Muhammad deserves this, Prophet Muhammad. With it shall be melted what is in their bellies. Although no one should deserve this, but whoever has written this now, what can I do? They deserve it, right? And so, after having examined closely the ayats of Surah Hashar with Al Imran, took 2 hours. Then 3 times I came online, I think, live stream. Sorry, on YouTube on my first channel, Zahra Berserk. So there is no God but He. This Al Imran verse 18. There is no God but He that is the witness of Allah, His angels, and those endowed with knowledge, standing firm on justice. So we're doing this for justice. There is no God but He, the exalted in power, the wise. Surah Al Imran, verse 19. The religion before Allah is Islam, nor did the people of the book descend therefrom, except through envy of each other. Good. So what he's blaming the Ahl Kitab for, Jews and Christians, he himself must have it, after knowledge had come to them. But if any deny the signs of Allah, like sometimes I take a pause, sorry, I can't be that eloquent, after knowledge had come to them. Are they, do they, oh, so they were just, playing. Or some are good, but after knowledge had come to them, very, yeah. Yes. 21. As to those who deny the signs of Allah and in defiance of right, slay the prophets, slay those who teach just dealing or justice. So we ex-Muslims could have been slain, not slayed, slain. You see now it's very, very clear, crystal clear, through the Quran ayats. It was very difficult for me due to various reasons that I've said on the live stream earlier and here too, to expose this most highest A class A1, hypocrite. Oh, 73. And believe no one unless he follows your religion. Say, so this Ali Kitab said this. True guidance is the guidance of Allah, lest the revelation be sent to someone. Okay, those are, so yeah. And Allah careth for all. Oh, yes. So this ayat. Allah cares. He knoweth all things and all this. Very, very good. 75 of Al Imran. Among the people of the book are some who, if entrusted with a hoard of gold, will readily pay it back, and others who don't. And then there's no, they say, and so good and bad, right? Stingy and generous, and trustworthy and not trustworthy. They say there is no call on us to keep faith with these ignorant pagans. So they were living in peace with. See how he's doing everything to bring this, what do you call it, between the uh, Ahle Kitab of his time, living in peace with the pagans in Makkah. They could bring Bibi Maryam's, Hazrat Maryam's statue, picture, and put it in the Kaaba. And then we're told that he had to cover her face and all this. Prophet Muhammad, when he conquered Makkah, he's trying everything to get them to fight with each other. He's the inciter. And what an inciter he is. So, on one hand, this ayat 75, analyzing, closely examining. Among the people of the book are some who, if entrusted with a hoard of gold, will readily pay it back. Others who, if entrusted with a single silver coin, will not repay it unless thou constantly stoodest demanding. Because they say there is no call on us to keep faith with these ignorant, meaning pagans of Makkah, with these ignorant people. But they tell a lie against Allah, and well, they know it, and while they know it, or and they know it well. So, however you may translate this ayat, uh, you gave them a great you really and nay, those that keep their plighted faith and act aright, verily Allah loves those who act aright and He keep their covenants and their oaths. And Allah, okay. So let me see here. As for those who sell the faith they owe to Allah and their own plighted word for a small price, as for you, Prophet Muhammad, see Surah Ashar ayat 2 and the cutting of the trees ayat also. There shall be a grievous penalty. Another thing I want to point out, bear witness that I am with you. See, O people of the book, why obstruct you those who believe? Where is it? 160. Please, you see, God can speak to you. No. It's 77. Ayah 77. As for those who sell the faith they owe to Allah and their own plighted word for a small price, I should have read the whole ayat. They shall have no portion in the hereafter, nor will Allah speak to them or look at them on the day of judgment. Why even wait for the day of judgment? You can, God can talk to you, speak to you here in this life, like God did to Neil Donald Walsh, Conversation of God, Conversations with God, author, right? Author of Conversations with God. And I wondered, and here it is, maybe he was from the Jews who were massacred completely. Surah Azab. Huh. And another verse, comes now. I just, what slip of, it just came. Surah Azab verse, not to forget that. Massacred completely, rumor mongers, those in whose hearts is a disease of the Madinans, the city of Medina, the people. Incite the believers against them. Surah Azab verses 60 to 61, 62. And of course, the one, Surah Hashar, lately I've been doing, evacuating them from their homelands. Because they were after Prophet Muhammad's life and they killed some Muslims, we're told. But that's also lopsided, one sided. You can't believe in the Muslim Islamic sources. Islamic sources, I should say. So, Muslims, save yourself. God may, if why only speak to you on the day of judgment? Why not now? Like he spoke to Neil Donald Walsh. And we would think it's blasphemy and this and that. See, so who took that? What sell? Who sold his faith? They owe to Allah and their own plighted word for a small price. Taking an oath, huh? And Surah Tahrim, taking an oath and doing what? So a slight annoyance, in Ali Imran, like these, you believers are protected from them. They will not harm you. Ahle Kitab, disbelievers, hypocrites, distinctions are made, and we don't. It's so confusing. Now I'm trying to take away that confusion. As a Shia, also, I remained confused. If I had read the Al Imran ayats, what is going on? Not really understanding, like on one side, forgetting, okay, Surah Mumtahana ayats, if they have not expelled you, why attack them? But now you see what these Jews did in Medina, that they were evacuated, banished, or what shall we say, expelled from their homelands, huh? Towns. I have no words for this monster beast. Help us, help us, help us, God. God, help the Muslims today, Friday, it's Friday. The true Most High God to see, or maybe the true God of the pagan Arab idol worshippers, true God of the house of Kaaba and Bakka. Al Imran or Surah Baqarah is. Where is Makkah and Bakka? Why Bakka? Bakka. See, we're not told. This means that he may have stolen ayats from someone and he didn't want. Now, what is B for Bakka? Makkah is called Bakka in the ayats. Please question these things because, you could be and you are now and you will see it. You are seeing it as I'm showing you through the Quran ayats. It's not I. But someone has the truth I was after. Someone in London, my brother, Kuwaiti brother, told me, if you want the truth as much as a dying man wants life, you would get it. So from London, when I was doing law there, and I even had an assignment on AccuSense in law, right? So from there I learned, and my lecturer, I went in the library and I was opening this time for this AccuSense. I really found it very interesting. So I opened books upon books in the library, and from here and there, writing for my assignment on AccuSense. So in law, what is AccuSense? And you see how he puts it here. So here also, against the pagans or the Ahle Kitab, And maybe I didn't finish the uh, topic, the point I was on earlier on, but let it be. I might come to it later on. So you see how he puts it in 167 for the hypocrites. Um, Here also, like the hypocrites also, so meaning tested, and so to know who are the hypocrites and who are the believers. So to expose the hypocrites. And I'm exposing this number one hypocrite that has gone over our heads, escaped us over my cuckoo's head for a long, long time. These were told, come, fight in the way of Allah, or at least drive the foe from your city, like defend yourselves. Not only fight in the way of Allah, or at least defend yourselves, pagans. Maybe, or was it, what did I read? Sorry, I'm really bad at this in the Islamic sources under some ayat tafsir that the Madinans, the Jews had come and they were fighting and they took the land and grabbed it. Land grabbing. Maybe it's not land grabbing. Because you see from this ayat what I was saying, that it's the law of acquiescence applies maybe here. And here's his Allah and him, Prophet Muhammad, there's no concept of law of acquiescence. Let me show you law of acquiescence. What is law of acquiescence? So my teacher in London, Holborn College, gave me a very good comment. He said no one has like this is a new way of seeing things in the law of acquiescence. Like you have come with such a great innovatory thing mentioning. But I just took it from the various books. I did a lot of research. It was perhaps I didn't even know what I was doing. Oh, no, no. Yes, yes. So thanks to the reference books and in the library. In law, acquiescence occurs. Thank you, Wikipedia. Sorry. In law, acquiescence occurs when a person knowingly stands by without raising any objection to the infringement of their rights. So it could be land, someone coming in your land, on your land, like a nomad gypsy, for example, and living there. And you keep silence for a period of time. While someone else unknowingly and without malice aforethought. So there's no malice, there's no bad intention, but they just came and started to live on your land unknowingly. They didn't even know that this was like a vast empty land and they came and they so and without malice unintentionally aforethought acts in a manner inconsistent with their rights, right? This and so we go into Wikipedia to see what time elapsed. As a result of acquiescence, the person whose rights are infringed may lose the ability to make a legal claim against the infringer or may be unable to obtain an injunction against continued infringement. The doctrine refers a form of permission that results from silence or passiveness over an extended period of time. So, how much time elapses? That you can read in detail statutory law, common law, cases, precedents, and all this. Okay? So, you got this? Acquiescence. This is how I pronounce it. So, here, look, could have been acquiescence because the Makkans here are saying that no, we don't. They said, okay, they made an excuse or maybe not. But, if Abraham can use dissimulation Taqiyya is dissimulation, right? Let me just check. Sorry, I'm slow, I'm old, I'm traumatized. Sorry about this. Yeah, but I'm saying this not for sympathies, but that I won't be able to do justice in time, goes. So I'm pressed with time and all this, but so what dissimulation? Dissimulation, meaning concealment of one's thoughts, feelings, or character, pretense. Taqiyya, na, in taqiyya, in Islam, taqiyya, in Islam. So hiding your intentions and all this. And now they had to save themselves. I've established it's a tyrant from the Quran ayats, Surah Hashar. Shia or Sunni. What is meant by taqiyya in Islam? Taqiyya in Islam, the practice of concealing one's belief and foregoing ordinary religious duties when under threat of death or injury. So they don't want to. And they're called hypocrites. They didn't want to hear. You see this? Do you see this? Am I showing you this? When the truth is so beautiful, when you see the truth and the real tyrant criminal is being exposed now, you know how it is for me? Makes me want to cry. So, just a minute, please, huh? This is happening. This is one of a kind. Do you hear me? Just checking my sound. Oh my God, it's 4th November 2022. Many have died. Many may have gone silent because they couldn't put forth their, case against Prophet Muhammad or Islam being a false religion. And they were killed or they had to remain silent. So where am I? Surely those who believe and those who are... No. Where was I going to go? Accusants. Oh, yes. Ayat 167 of Al Imran. Thank God, I just have to do some justice, right? Do you see it? And to save you Muslims also, because God will not look at you. And remember those ayats of Imam. You will be raised with your Imam. Thank God. Save yourselves. Remember those Quran ayats. And you will be questioned. And those with their uh, true imams and a good record, they'll, get the records in the right hand. Surah Isra, ayat 71, I think. Excuse me, sorry. Burping out all the bad satanic brainwashing. Good. 167. So you see, Prophet Muhammad, with that all knowing God, doesn't, one point after another, doesn't know about accusants. Or maybe he does. But he tried to incite the Makkans to fight against the Medinians or the Medinans, Jews. Huh? And they used taqiyya here with them. And what are they called? Hypocrites. They said, had we known how to fight, we should certainly have followed you. They were that day nearer to unbelief than to faith. Nearer to unbelief. How near? I mean, to faith, they were not. This is not the right way to put it, anyways. So they were blamed for what? Hypocrites, disbelievers, saying with their lips, hypocrites, saying with their lips what was not in their hearts. They want to avoid fighting the Medinans taking it in context. Sorry, I have to bring the context in now. The tafsir. But Mose, you see? Or where is it in the Quran which says that? Here it says, gods of Allah, or even as at least defend yourselves, right? To the pagan Arab idol worshippers, is it? So this happened in the time of Prophet Muhammad, didn't it? Right? They said yes. And this is about Uhud, Al Imran verse 165. What? When a single disaster smites you, although you smote your enemies with one twice as great, do you say, whence is this? So Hafiz, what was it? Hafiz's poem, Hafiz Shirazi's poem. Uh, like one blow Jibrail gives you. So don't say, why? Right? Those who have bartered peace have to look upon thee. And 2 bags of gold, not what, but where was that poem line of his? That Jibrail comes and gives you a blow and you say, Anyways, can't remember that, so I can't bring that in here. Censor. What? Cancel. What? And my days are cancelled like this, on this. I have so much to do. Piling up. Work is piling up. What? When a single disaster smites you. Okay. Whence is this? Okay. Say to them, it is from yourselves. Telling the believers. So believers only got one strike while they struck the enemies twice as greatly. Twice as much. And yet you say, whence is this? So what is Allah doing? For Allah hath power over all things. What you suffered on the day the two armies met, Uhud, or maybe Battle of Badr, but mostly Uhud, I think here. I'm not sure. Okay. Was with the leave of Allah in order that He might test the believers, and they failed in Uhud. And we are told the believers were to be blamed then, right? So it's about Prophet Muhammad's time. So to test the believers, and then 67 comes, Al Imran, and the hypocrites also, so that you can know, differentiate between true believers and the hypocrites. These were told, come fight in the way of Allah, at least drive the foe from your city. So you can read this in context. It's from the time of Prophet Muhammad. They said, had we known how to fight, you see, for peace, they're making excuses and they're called hypocrites. And disbelievers, they were nearer to unbelief than to faith. You see this? 43 minutes ago, my God, my live streams cannot be shorter. See how he's made. Now, even the polytheists fight the Madinans. Any other point I'm missing? They are the ones that say of their brethren slain. Of their brethren slain. 168. See, why? So aren't these hypocrites better that they didn't fight and all this? Disbelievers. Wanting peace and pluralism, like His Highness Aga Khan, the fourth, has been working on pluralism. You have your religion, you keep your religion, you can question. He's a religious figure, and he says that Clear evidence has been provided for you. Even in Surah Hajj, I think, full knowledge we have given you. So these poor, they say about their brethren, maybe the Makkans say about their brethren Madinans, they are the ones that say of their brethren slain, while they are themselves, while they themselves sit at ease. Better to sit at ease, meaning peacefully, not comfortably. So, what's the difference between sitting at ease and being peaceful? Salamun qawlun min Rabbir Rahim, Surah Yasin. Peace, a word from the most merciful Lord. Huh? Ayat number I'm forgetting. I forgot. Peace. You know what? Allah is sending peace, a word. And what that word means, coming from the merciful Lord. So value that peace. But here, the way his Allah puts it is they were sitting at home, in ease, comfortable. Ayashi kar rahe the, kya kar rahe the? Entertaining themselves, enjoying the worldly life, their crops, their business. If only they had listened to us, they would not have been slain. They're right. Hypocrites are right. Disbelievers are right in saying this. Say, avert death from your own selves. Uh, if you speak the truth. So he wants people to strive for his religion and give all his life. So even water giving to the pilgrims is not equal to that. So he wants to take how he puts it in that verse in Surah Tawbah, I think. So against the Makkans, this, that, and he's exclusively devoted. If one was exclusively devoted to God, even though Islam could not save, reform everyone. You see, majority, even Quran I say, don't go on majority, minority. But he tried his best. He tried his best. He tried his best to save Zainab bin Josh and Zaid's marriage after having forced them to obey Allah and himself, the Messenger of Allah, and the marriage broke. And then he had to marry him. Zainab was miserable. And the ayat, Surah, what that ayat says, right? Concealing in his heart and all this. And let me show you another Surah Hajj ayat here. So don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. So look at the Quran. I'm just a little guidance, little to show you how I do my research and how I've reached this conclusion about Prophet Muhammad. So we're going to Surah Hajj ayat, right? Here also it says clear proof or full proof has been provided. Oh, man can fear the Lord, indeed okay, terrible thing, convulsion of the hour. And on the day you see every nursing mother distracted. And of the people is he who disputes about Allah without knowledge and follows every rebellious devil. So to come out of this and show to the Muslims and to my Shia self that no, no, no. This is Shaitan, Zara, you are misguiding us. You are leading us from light to darkness. Every which way but loose with the Muslims. It has been decreed for him that whoever turns to him, he will misguide him. Oh, and will lead him to the punishment of the blaze. O people, if you should be in doubt about the resurrection, then consider that indeed we created you from dust, then from a sperm drop, then from a clinging clot, and then from a lump of flesh. For the scientists, medical science needs to look at this and see whether this is right or not in sequence. And we settle in the wombs. Yes, people know this, women know this, mothers should know this. Knowledge, nothing in you see. Yes. Sorry. This is because Allah is the true reality and because He gives life to the dead and because He is over all things competent. Of course, the pagans even know this, and that they may know that the hour is coming. Where's that thing of evidence? Yet still there are some who, with no knowledge or guidance or any book of enlightenment, argue about God. Are they crazy? Like, are they out of their minds? Or what? Without knowledge, who does this? Twisting his neck in arrogance to mislead people from the way of Allah. For him, okay, yes, yes. Only Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad does. Yeah, people like Prophet Muhammad would do this. That is for what your hands have put forth, and because Allah is not ever unjust, and He's even plagiarized. I'm giving you my conclusions now after reading Surah Asharat. I'm not going to follow a terrorist who, in the name of Allah, in the name of religion, in the name of guidance, has lied and terrorized people, cast terror in their hearts, saying Allah has done it. Surah Asharat. Ayats. Cut their trees, broken their houses, as if no weak person is there. Surah Nisa ayat I showed in my live stream, first channel, yesterday, last night. If he is touched by full good, he is reassured by it, but if he is struck by trial, he invokes instead of Allah that which neither harms him nor benefits him. But Prophet Muhammad did a lot of harm, destruction upon destruction. Pray for many destructions. Ayat, Quran ayat. He invokes one whose harm is closer than his benefit. Yes, Allah, fake Allah. You gave them Muhammad. How wretched the protector and how wretched the associate. Yes, Prophet Muhammad's Allah, the best protector. And the associate, his messenger, is Allah's wretched false prophet, Prophet Muhammad. 14. Indeed, Allah will. This is not needed for this. Whoever should think that Allah will not support him, I, Prophet Muhammad, in this world and the hereafter, let him extend a rope to the ceiling and cut off his breath. Suicide. And let him see, will his effort remove that which enrages him? This is like no way out. This is extreme cases. He's on extreme. Prophet Muhammad, do you see it, Muslims? We don't want to be on the extreme case, extremities. Okay, be on the extremities of the saints of Allah, but not this. This is like you can't dispute with him. You can't even have a discussion with him. If you disagree with him, he'll force jizya on you. Okay, Shia say mobile, peacefully discussion with the peaceful Christians. But what? See Surah Tawbah on the Ahl Kitab. Force them and this and jizya, take out jizya from them, willingly or willingly. Now, under duress, he doesn't even know. He's Allah all-knowing, he says. So your intelligence defeated, your souls are rotting, you are confused, but you will not admit. You can't see it, or you don't want to see it. And then you give the ex-Muslims, okay, I can understand that you are ex-Muslims a hard time. You don't want to see this. You know, once Brooke Shields said, I read in a magazine, she was in Princeton University. She said she loves the truth, so she wants who can have that to see the truth, even if it be against yourself. It's in the ayat, but Brookshields didn't say it this way about truth. But now I won't be able to find it like this. So just for the sake of shortage of time, and passing quickly now on brushing, on that just a little bit, briefly, and then yeah, on Brooke Shields, she's. So what is it? She said that be able to see truth, you need a lot of courage. So Prophet Muhammad in this religion has made you cowards. Extreme cases here, cowards. You you know what a courageous man is, full of integrity and honorable man. He he has disgraced you, telling you with him Muslims also of his time in Uhud. I know the Islamic history of Uhud, right? Battle of Uhud. Who were running away? Only Imam Ali was there, and Hamza was martyred. He's a warmonger. And how he okay, now we're examining his character, like his alter ego. Sick, horrifying. It's like a nightmare. It's like reading that depressing novel I was given. A Pakistani gave me in in London. He's a lawyer now. What's this? The portrait of I that one I felt was terrible. Portrait of a Lady by Henry James. This one was portrait. Uh, you know what Mr. Shami Kapoor said about this? Later on, I found his video on YouTube. Tube portrait of Dorian Gray. Shami Kapoor did not sleep for many days. So this is what we're doing and analyzing. I don't want to do it, but I have to do it because not because I want people to follow me or believe in me. No, to save you. आले इमरान की आयत आई और मुझे तो और भी डर लगने लगा कि claim your divinity. God can speak to you. Don't let him turn away from you. और वो भी आयतें याद रखें जो remember those ayats also in the Quran. You will be raised with your leaders, imams, caliphs, this, that, whatever you believed in. If you believed in the club owner, you're going to clubs. You're clubbing. Who will you be raised with? The club leaders, the ones who innovated, a founder of clubs. Picture of Dorian Gray, all right? So, what is the analysis here? You don't see this. What does the portrait in Dorian Gray represent? By Oscar Wilde. It was very like dry, and I didn't want to read this book at all. But I was okay. This person, he had helped me in my project typing, and I took it from him, and I just very stupid person I am. Now, where no, so sorry, yeah, in Surah Hajj, no, the justice, it's full knowledge has been given to you, or maybe I missed it. I can read all the eyes would say so. But these people, sorry, these people who don't have full knowledge, they talk without a book, enlightened knowledge from God, and he claims to have the full knowledge of God and all this. What a God he is! Oh, he has. Going to my notes again. 167, verse 167. So have I finished this? You know, melted what is in the bellies. Only he deserves it. And his followers who have been meting out punishments, killing people, apostates, ex-Muslims, anyone. Don't disrespect our prophet. So this is cowardice. do you see what those who those are two adversaries who dispute about their Lord. Now you see the atheists, to those who disbelieve, for them are cut out garments of fire. Boiling water shall be poured over their heads. Wait a minute. He can do this, right? With it shall be melted what is in their bellies. He can't do that. And their skins as well. Okay. And for them are whips of iron. Oh, so disputants. One was a believer, the other was a disbeliever. Other became a. Look at what he's done in the market of. No. He brought not Akaz. That's a Surah Azab verse about Zed, making people a witness to, you know, his pagan Arab custom of adoption. He practiced. So where is it? Huyay bin Akhtab. Akhtab, yes. So Shias, question your heart tonight. I've read all this, huh? But just want to read the day after the Confederates lifted the siege against Medina. Muhammad besieged the fortress of the Qurayza, and they surrendered in May 627. According to Ibn Ishaq, then the apostle went out to the market of Medina, which is still its market today, and dug trenches in it. Shias, Sir Nange, लाए आले मुस्तफ़ा को बाजार आए बाजार है शाम का बाजार है और फातिमा ज़हरा की बेटियां daughters ठीक है इधर में चीफ को लाए हैं मार्केट में then he sent for them and struck off their heads in those trenches ये अच्छा आप कहेंगे सुन्नी से आ रहा है इब्न इसाक सुन्नी था उमैयद से आ रहा है उमैयद. Then he sent for them and struck off their heads in those trenches as they were brought out to him in batches. Among them was the enemy of Allah, Huway ibn Akhtab and Kaab. Sorry, I also forgot Kaab. I forgot Kaab ibn Asad, their chief. There were 600 or 700 in all, though some put the figure as high as 800 or 900. Huway was brought out wearing a flowered robe. Do you want more? In which he had made holes about the size of the fingertips in every part, so that it should not be taken from him as spoil. As what? Spoil. सूर्य हशर भी देख लें आप. क्यों ऐसा किया हुआ ही नहीं? Why did he do this? सूर्य हशर देख लें पता चल जाएगा. अब तो पूरा समझ में आ जाएगा कि हुआ ही नहीं. अच्छा तो इसलिए वो इमाम हुसैन के कपड़े फाड़े करबला में और खैमे जलाए बीबियों के. बच्चे तड़प रहे हैं बीबियां खैमों में अल्लाह तश की आवाज अलामान. कुछ तो बताओ लोगो हुए का कसूर क्या है. लिल्ला न मारो इसको बेवों का सिरा है कांटों पे चल रहा. So I'll get shocked when I listen to this because I want to see. I have to listen to it afterwards to see if I'm making sense and how much you have learned from this or seen the proof and improve my English. It takes years. It has taken years. Size of the fingertips in every part so that he should not be taken from him. Sorry, my voice is now, see, again, so emotional. with his spoil. Cut off their trees, with his hands bound to his neck by a rope. I think Yazid's case has won against Imam Hussein and Yazid's army's case. That's it. I could have done worse than Yazid. I've turned into Yazid. Before I was a Shia, Husseini. When he saw the apostle, he said, "By God, I do not repent." Oh, courageous. So shast away, but shast away. Deenast away, Dine banast away. Sardad nadad dastar daste Muhammad. Hakai ke binai la ilaha way. I am who I am. Oh Moses. इसका चर्चा हो रहा है आजकल. Witness, witness. I am who I am. What is this? Who are you? Are you Zahara? You will die. Okay, your parents have given you this name. But who really are you? Are you your thoughts? Are you your personality conditioned by the environment, upbringing? Are you the daughter of your mother and father? Are you this family, name of the family, well-known family? What are you? What did God say to Moses? Read in the Bible in Surah Taha also. By God, I do not repent of having opposed you. Neither do I. And I'm Sahara, right? I do not repent of having opposed you, but he who forsakes God will be forsaken. What did Huwais say? When he saw the apostle, Yani Rasulullah, Prophet Muhammad. खुदा का कुछ खौफ करे मुसलमानों. ए मुसलमानों, आपकी गैरतें कहाँ गईं? ए मुसलमानों, आपकी गैरतें कहाँ गईं? Okay, thank you. I will continue later. I can't read this anymore. Can't take it.